Yes, good morning, guys. Welcome to this channel. Terry here and the Warriors. I'm going, or I'd better let them introduce themselves. So I'm Terry, Sickle Cell Warrior from Homa Bay, the county of endless potential. When you come to Homa Bay, you will get to meet us. So next to you.
Hello everyone, I'm Robert Ojuang, Sickle Cell Warrior from Mabe County in Dewa Sub-County.
Hello everyone, my name is Eunice Owino. I'm from Homa Bay County, Anyakamine, Kotieno.
So today we are going just to think about, we are talking about genotype. What is genotype? What do you understand by genotype? What is genotype to you? Yes, back to you, Eunice.
Genotype is you knowing your genotype, not your blood type. A lot of people usually confuse genotype and blood type. So when you know your genotype, it will give you to understand the genetics of how sickle cell came about. When you don't know your genotype is when we end up having a lot of children born with sickle cell disease.
And in most cases, you find that in most families, especially in our communities here, you find fathers blaming their mothers, they blame their wives, that why do we have such a child in our house? I don't know where that disease came from. It is get from your people. So that a lot brings stigma, and we find people marriage breaking up because of such kind of blame games, because they did not take time to go for genotype counseling, to go get to know their genotype. Because when you get to know your genotype, it is easy to plan ahead for the kind of children that you're going to have. Yes, Robert, what do you have in mind?
Okay, you should know your genotype. Like me, I know mine when I was in high school. And so you go and you be tested and life continues.
So what is your genotype?
Genotype SS.
My genotype is SS.
Yes, I'm also genotype SS. That means I am a full-blown sickle cell warrior. I have the sickle cell disease. So if you
But Terry, don't forget that also we have people with genotype SC, SD, SE, and thalassemia beta plus.
yeah,
And it's rare in Kenya to have sickle cell patients with the genotype SC or SD or SE or thalassemia beta, but it's common in other regions. So somebody should not lie to you that in Kenya we don't have those genotypes. We do have them.
it's true to whatever she has discussed, and it is just important because sometimes you find a family where their firstborn is normal, the second born they don't know their genotype. So you find families, people have 5 children, and then the sixth child have sickle cell disease, and now they start asking, where did I go wrong? Where did I get such a kind of children? Because in our family I came number 4. So you can imagine, my parents had the firstborn, the secondborn, the thirdborn, all normal children, and then the fourthborn was born with sickle cell. So that is now where the parents start asking questions. So according to you, according to you, how well can you plan for your future? Of course, I would love to get married as a sickle cell warrior. So for a man to come to my life, you must have a normal genotype, which means you must be genotype AA, so that when I have to settle down with you, all our children will be sickle cell carriers, disease carriers. So there's no point in their lives where they will go through what I've gone through as a sickle cell warrior. So maybe when we go to unis, when you think about families or even sexual reproductive health among warriors and among normal people, what do you think concerning the genotype?
So what usually having this band, I hope you can be able to see it. It's written, I know my sickle cell genotype. Do you know yours? So it's very important for you to know your genotype. Reason being, in families, what usually happens when they have one child with sickle cell, they'll end up having 2 or 3. Like my own family, we had 3 of us with sickle cell. My sister, who passed before I could meet her, was diagnosed with sickle cell, but they didn't know it was sickle cell. So when I was born, I had the same symptoms as my late sister. So that's when my parents decided to take me to be tested for for sickle cell because that time I was 8 months. And my younger brother also showed up his sickle cell trait, and actually he was a full-blown sickle cell carrier. Like he had SC, not SS, because he never used to get sick a lot like myself. I spent half of my life being hospitalized because I used to get so much sick every week, every month. Sometimes I would stay in hospital for 3 months and then come back. So you see, now growing up and doing advocacy, all of a sudden my cousin has a child with sickle cell. So when you look again at your family tree, you will know who had the carrier and who does not have the carrier. So let's start from the family tree. Then from there you can know and tell your genotype who carries what and who does not carry what in your family. And then it's very important for the entire family to get tested, especially before you enter into marriage, or you as a lady before you start having children. Test that man, test yourself, know your genotype. It's very important because right now the society we are living in Kenya is aromogoto yena. Like you just meet the guy, you decide to have pregnant because he's handsome, but you need to know your genotype. So be careful, know your genotype before you start having children in this world.
Just to add what she has said, in traditional African setup, we are people from low community, and in traditional African setup, you'd wonder that they never used to discuss about sickle cell, and people never used to suffer from sickle cell. Ask yourself, why were they migrating a lot? The reasons why they were migrating is that maybe you are having children. They used to call those things chira. If you had children who are dying at a certain age, you would be asked to move from that community, go to another community, buy a piece of land there, settle there, find a woman in that area so that you can find a way of preserving your children, your future generation. So as much as to compare to now, those things don't happen. We just meet people in town, we settle down, we marry, and we don't get to know our genotype. Finally, as we wrap up this video, we just wish to encourage you, like we have reading material here. So here we have understanding sickle cell disease in sub-Sahara Africa. This is for age 13 to 17.
This one is from age 7 to 12.
Yes.
And then also we have the ones for young adults, and also we have the ones for caregivers. And through our advocacy work, Terry and I, we approached the Ministry of Health to write a policy book for newborn screening. So right now, every child born in Kenya is supposed to go through the newborn screening. So you who is a healthcare provider, a doctor, a nurse who does newborn screening, you need to come out and read this book.
Yes. So finally, if you want to meet us, if you've not seen us in your churches or in your schools, we do advocacy, we do awareness in Oabe County. If you haven't met us, please invite us. Go to our inbox, just write message there. We will respond and we'll get back to you. You get your contact. You don't know where you can get your medication you refill. Just go to our inbox. We will direct you to various clinics where we have in Oabe County that supports people with sickle cell, and also where they can go for their monthly visit. It is important to go see your doctor at least every month. So finally, maybe a parting shot from Robert, another one from Eunice, and then we wind up.
Okay, me as a warrior, I always say we be strong and we believe on God, and life will continue normally. Thank you.
For me, I'll say advocate for yourself and your generation, and let's keep talking. And especially tell us, suggest to us what kind of topic will you want us to touch next time. Thank you. Thank you, Terry, for having us.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, guys, and all the best. Thank you. We love you.